Hi guys, and welcome back to the third video. In this video we'll be upgrading rooms, buying new rooms, looking at the castle editor and many more things as well. And we're just in time to get the fourth level up. So as before, every time we start the game we need to click on the rooms like the dining hall down here to empty the food we've collected and put in our storage. You don't need to do that when you have Goblin Assistant, as he will be doing it. And also if there's any balloons above the people, we need to click on those to keep our happiness up. Since my last video I've upgraded the treasury to level 3 and also the vault to level 2. We still need to upgrade the cellar to level 2, which I shall do now, so we can hold more food for later. When we get playing against other people, which we should do in this video, and also the control points, we'll go through a lot of food. The very last control point needs 900,000 food to play it. So we will need a lot of food. When we get to upgrade the barracks, we will be able to add a third person to our army. That will make a big difference. Okay, what rooms have we got since upgrading the throne room? Let's click on the marketplace in the bottom right, and on production, training and support tabs we will see what new rooms we can build. We have another dining hall which will allow us 2 more dwellers, a total of 4, and it will allow us to hold more food. Same with the treasury. In training we have a kitchen. We will be able to train our dwellers in cooking. That will get us more food production. The same with the mint. That will upgrade our dwellers in the treasury room so they can produce more gold. There are many more rooms that we will get in the future to buy and upgrade. In support there's the living room. We need this room to increase our population in the castle, get more dwellers, and also to be able to get higher level dwellers up to 5 stars, which I mentioned in the last video. We also get a hospital. We do have very small healing in the hospital, so when your troops come back from a fight, over time the health will go up. Adding a hospital will speed that up, but only when you drag the troops to the hospital. With premium, the whole castle becomes a hospital, and wherever your dwellers are in the castle they will get very fast healing. From time to time you'll get a problem in one of your rooms, like this giant rat. All we have to do is click on the speech bubble and the dwellers in there will solve it, which we'll do now. If we don't do that, then production stops in that room. Also remember, around the edge of the screen on this to the right, the crown, or for achievements, we have a number 1. That means there's something new in there we can see. Obviously for achievements it's going to be an achievement. Work out now. Increase the fighter class level in any one castle dweller to 12. It's only 3 diamonds, but it all helps. With the marketplace, it's normally the Ad Watcher's chest and the daily free chest. I would normally leave these till I've run out of apples, because they do reward apples, so that's what I shall do now too. When your apples are running low, watch those 2. Well, one's a advert chest, the other is just a free chest, but open those when you're low on apples. One handy feature in this game is being able to change the names of your dwellers. What I tend to do is the dwellers in the gold room, I will change their names to, so for the people in the treasury room, I normally change their names to banker. Well, to do that, it's quite simple. Next to their name at the top, there's a round circle with 3 lines. Click it and you've got change name to change the name, and if you want to kick them out of the castle because they're low level or for whatever reason, banish from castle. When you banish them from castle, they will leave your castle and you won't ever be able to get them back again. They're gone for good. But before they go, you will get their equipment back, so you don't need to take each piece of equipment off, as you'll just automatically get it back anyway. I've changed this guy to Banker 1, and I shall change her name now to Banker 2. So click on the round circle, click change name, and then at the bottom of the screen just type the new name. And you can change that as many times as you like. I've no equipment for her yet. Yay! The other thing I forgot to mention as well is that when you do click on the dweller in a room, you have an arrow at the bottom of the screen, an arrow left and an arrow right. That will, clicking that or tapping that will switch between all of the dwellers in the room, which is normally up to 6. That will save you coming out of the room then clicking on the other dweller. So let's change these names too. For the people in the dining hall, I simply call them cooks. Cook 1, cook 2, cook 3, etc. If for some reason I accidentally pull them out of that room and into another room, then I will know what room they come from. Plus it's also quite obvious, depending on their equipment they have, what room they come from. He has no equipment either yet. Over on the right hand side we have these objects again. Again we need to click on these and destroy them to give us room to build new rooms. While I'm waiting for this cellar to finish, let's go and do a control point. This is our boss. We have just 504 eye power more than him. So we might go either way. He sure is a big guy. Some weapons have stun. You can see stun when you get the rings around the head. When they're stunned, they don't fight. Well, we've got 10 diamonds, an uncommon piece of armour, and a crossbow. Like I said before, crossbows fire half the speed of a normal bow, but they are normally quite good weapons. If we had a premium, we would have got an extra 300 coins on top of that. Also, whenever you defeat a boss, there's one boss on in every play area, you get the ability to buy their weapon and armour, which also contains a skin. On weapons and armour and other gear, items, you can break them down into shards and then use the shards to create or craft new weapons and armor. Or you can break the shards down into dust, which will allow you to upgrade gems later on in the game. When you break down a weapon or armor that contains a skin, you also get the skin, which changes the look of the weapon or armor, and you can put it on another piece of weapon or armor of the same type. Grav's Club, 601 damage per second, attack speed is slow, extra 238 to crit. When attacking, has a 29% chance of stunning the enemy for 2.5 seconds. Like I said, for at 2.5 seconds, when the enemy is stunned, they can't attack. When attacking, has a 25% chance of increasing own crit by 40%. 40% is quite a high number. Lasts for 10 seconds. So that's a pretty good weapon, to be fair. It doesn't have, unlike a sword, it doesn't have any healing abilities though, which is a good feature to have. And this piece of armor, and both a weapon and armor are for a tank. Epic armor, Grav's armor, 8,585 to health, armor 1,116, magic armor 249, and crit also 249. When taking damage, has a 26% chance of restoring 16% of his own health within 4 seconds. That's actually a really good piece of armor, and requirements level 8. And again, later on, when we outgrow this armor and weapon, we can break it down, get one purple shard for each item, and the skin for another weapon and another piece of armor, so we can keep the look of it. It's $1.29, which is pretty good for the armor alone, in my opinion. For this series, I won't be spending any money on the game. Some of the items can be really expensive, and it can get out of hand how much you can spend on this game. There is a pay to win element to this game, which makes it much more competitive towards the end of the game, and also speeds up your progress in the game. Like I said before, if you've got money and you're willing to spend it, then that's up to you if you do or not, but you don't actually need to. And these bosses are having a conversation. They come up quite often during the game. When you get back as before, click on the speech bubbles and the rooms. Okay, the cellar is finished now, and we can hold up to 25,000 food. Okay, what other rooms can we get? Dining hall. Yeah, we'll buy that. It takes 45 seconds. It takes 0 seconds. Anything under 5 or 10 minutes, I think it is, you can speed up using the green hourglass. Now I shall quickly talk about the editor. If you go to the throne room, click on it, you'll see the 4 green arrows, castle editor. By clicking on that, we'll enter a mode where you can move the rooms around. Also, if you tap and hold a room, you'll see the green arrows pop up, and give it enough time and then it will load straight into the editor. All of your people have now disappeared, but you haven't lost them, and by clicking on the room you can remove it, which puts it down here, and that one. And then clicking on dining hall, it says can be merged with this room. If you have 2 rooms of the same type, they can be merged, but they have to be of the same level. When they're different levels, like these 2 dining halls, you'll get a bar between them, making them separate rooms. When they are the same level, they will become one bigger room, a bit like the barracks above. And we'll just put the cellar back now too. We'll remove that one, the vault, and put that up near the gold room. In fact, I'm just going to quickly move some bits around. I did want the barracks just underneath where it is, but again we don't have the room because we haven't moved that block yet. Okay, before we can add too many more rooms, let's just destroy these items, and while they're being destroyed we'll do some control points. Now we've got the wretched lands uncovered from the clouds and unlocked, so we can go down there now and play. Also, you'll notice that above that in Orc Woods there is a castle with 3 enemies. These castles here belong to other players like yourself. The 3 denotes the level that they are. So level 3, Bexrux here is level 10. If you click on it, it shows you if you attack and win how much gold you'll need, and this is your main source of gold. Unfortunately, raiding other people, stealing it off them. While your treasury room does get you gold, it isn't a great deal, especially later on in the game when the rooms are very expensive. So to get the gold you need to do upgrades and build new rooms. Unfortunately, you have to raid other people and steal theirs. For 200 apples we can change this opponent if they either haven't got enough gold that you want, or they're too high a level for you to fight, and that will just replace them with someone random. Or we can scout, tap on scout and have a look at their castle and also their fighters. This is their castle. Okay, we can see in their barracks there, and also in this window here, they haven't got any fighters in there. I think they're in the training room. So we will automatically win this one and take his 800 gold. To do that, we spend 750 apples and attack. And it's a very simple win. Again, if we had premium, we would get an extra 82, which is about 10% of the total. Later on in the game, when we're raiding 500,000 gold or more, that's 50,000 plus extra gold we would be getting. So it does kind of pay for itself. These unique offers have a timer on them. We've still got 3 hours and 48 minutes to buy this one, and with the Grav one we have just under 2 days still. You do get a chance to buy the Grav one again, but it's only the skins. You don't get the armor or the weapon, just the ability to make a different armor or weapon look like it, and that goes up to about $20 or $25, so it's a steep rise in the price. Plus you don't actually get the benefit of the weapon or the armor, just the ability to make your current items look like it. When a problem comes in a room like this ghost and you click on the bubble, nothing will happen because it needs a dweller in there to fix it. So all we have to do is drag a dweller to that room and then click on it, and as soon as he's in, he'll sort the problem out. And because this room is the same as the one he's just come from, we could just leave him in here and he'll do the same job. There, he's fixed that. Remove that. Click on that. Again, this guy hasn't got any people in his barracks because it has 0 power at the top, on the top right of the window. He's probably like the other chap where he's took his people out to breed with. So this would be an easy 2,500 gold. Yeah, no fighters in his room. Attacking people can get quite expensive with the use of apples and food. One of the things you need to be good on upgrading is your dining halls and the equipment for your dwellers, and also training your dwellers in food production, because if you don't, it can get to a point where you can't afford to attack anyone, and therefore you can't get money to upgrade. So it's always a good thing, like keeping your throne room to the last room to be upgraded. It's best to make sure that you have also upgraded your dining halls, trained your dwellers and give them good items for the dining hall rooms, so you've got enough food. It's also good to upgrade the cellar so you can hold more food. Kind of goes without saying, the same thing for the treasury and any other resource room. Okay, let's see what this guy is like. Another thing I forgot to mention is you need to keep in mind how much power your troops have. In my case, they are 11,500 power. We don't want to attack anyone with more than that because we've got a good chance of not winning. See, this guy is much higher than us, so we'll probably lose this fight. Sometimes you can win if your men happen to get crits at the right time. It will give you enough power to defeat them. Sometimes that's how you can win against tougher enemies, but you can't rely on it. So it's always best to attack lower level than you are, especially in high power. Well, we clearly lost that one. By watching an advert and clicking this orange button here, we can get our food costs back. Also, if we had spells and used any spells during the fight, we would get them back too, which is handy as they can become quite expensive. For this video, I will just pass. Let's try a control point. For now, these control points are easier to handle. It's not always the case though, and they can get quite difficult sometimes. This is a close match. Just did it. 800 in a chest. Because that was a close match, it would be a good idea to open this chest and see if we can get some upgraded items to make the next fight easier, because we might not make it. One last thing to get rid of there. Have a quick look at my men. I upgraded these when we were away last as well. So his level is 14 to fighting. 9,300. To this guy, which is just 5,000, he's level 8. So we will swap them out. Drag him up there. Drag him to the barracks. What about these two archers? She's level 8, 6,100 to archery. 8,000 level 14. I think I might give her this X-bow too. And like I said, the X-bow fires half the speed of a bow. So the damage on the next bow needs to be twice that of a bow to be better, which it is in this case. Attack speed slow, and on the bow attack speed normal. Let's open this chest while we're here. It's uncommon, it might not be better than what we got. Let's look. There it is. We've got more health and more damage, but we don't have any abilities. And the ability on the other armor is quite good. 22% chance of reducing the damage done by the enemy by 15%. I will equip the newer one. It's hard to say exactly which one is better. Another trick is if you find your archer is dying quite often, you can change the archer armor to tank armor, and you'll see it has tank armor has a lot more health, but you do lose with extra damage. But changing to tank armor will give you more health and make you more survivable. You'll quite often come across people who have done that, and we will do that too if our archer dies a lot. Okay, our eye power now is 15,500. I just want to quickly change these rooms around while I'm here, so we'll tap and hold a room. For a room to be accessible, it has to be joining this, another room or the stairs. So we'll just move that over to there for now. I always like to keep the training rooms on the same level but opposite the room that the dwellers are working in. So for the fighters, the fighter training room is opposite the barracks where the fighting dwellers live. For the treasury, the training room I shall put just to the left of that, and also for the cooks, their training room will just be to the left. And then the vault that stores gold and the cellar that stores food I will put just to the right of the resource rooms. Okay, this will be a quick build, so we'll and another level up, 2,000 gold, and a new achievement. A dream castle. Increase your castle level to 5 for 3 diamonds. Nice. If you do miss the speech bubbles, or you're out of the game for a long time and your happiness goes down, putting a low level fighter or a dweller with low level fighting ability, like Cook 2 here is on 2, if you were to drag him to the training room, as he levels up, and he'll level up every 30 seconds, he'll give a lot of happiness and fill this bar quick. So if you're doing something and your happiness drops right down, the quickest way to get it back up is to put 2 low level fighters into the fighter training room, and then when your happiness is back up to where you want it to be, take them out and put them back in the room they come from. That's a top tip right there. Next we'll build the living room. Okay, this is where we start to get 5-star dwellers now. All we have to do is drag a male, can be anyone. A male to the room and a female to that room. There you go. It takes a long time for her to become pregnant and ready to give birth. When she does, you'll see a picture of a baby above her head. You'll click on it and a child will be roaming the castle. It takes, I think, 3 hours for that child to grow up to become an adult. When they're ready, they'll have a birthday cake above their head. You'll click and they'll become an adult. Then you'll click on that person, that dweller, that new dweller, and see how many stars they have. If they have 2 stars or less, I would banish them from the castle and try again. If they have 3 stars, you can keep them in your castle to breed from and keep doing that till you've got 5 stars. Ideally you want 6 5 stars just for the barracks. We can't put 6 people in the barracks right now, but we can put them in another room and train their fighting up. So when we do upgrade the barracks and we get another more capacity, we'll be able to put a fighter straight in there ready, and by then we will have equipment for them as well. Okay, the hospital. This is the last room we have to build. I would normally put it on the right side of the barracks, but we don't have room because the castle is too small. We'll put it here just for now. Without premium, when your men are really low on health and you want to speed up their healing, you have to drag and drop them in the room. If you have premium, you don't need to. The whole castle becomes as good as that room for healing. So all we have to do now is one by one upgrade these rooms to they're maxed out, like this treasury room level 3. We have to upgrade this new one. So all we have to do now is upgrade the new rooms to their maximum level and then upgrade the throne room. If you click underneath the happy face in the top right hand corner, if you click on the eye, this shows you what's being built or upgraded and your new rooms that we can upgrade. When the treasury, dining hall, barracks and the other dining hall have been upgraded, then we can upgrade the throne room and start the process again.
Yay.
In the next video I'll be showing you the arena and how best to fight in the arena, what we can get out of the arena, as well as completing more control points and earning more gold to further upgrade and build our castle up. Thank you for watching. Like if you liked, please subscribe if you liked, and leave a comment if you'd like me to talk about or show you anything else in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.